I've always been in that mindset of going. Always had to keep a job because I don't want to relive the thing I had to live through as a kid. My mom being evicted, us living in shelters, living in hotels, living with. Hey y'all, hey, it's Lo, and we're back with another video. Before I go any further, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Hit that subscribe button right now. Turn those notifications on so you can get notified whenever I post a video. Let's get into it. I love her. I just want to take her out and prove what a real man supposed to do. We can lay around and play around and got time to hang with my crew. I love her. I love her. Goddamn, I love her. I love her. I love her. Is it me or these hoes just average? Is it because you like my ex? It's the way that I talk my shit. It's the way that I wear these glasses. Met him on April 6th. Got 15, bought me a pack. I heard he be hard on bitches. Shit. So this video is one of the first video of a series I am titling The Bloom Files. The Bloom Files, I don't know why I get so tongue-tied when I say it, is a series of videos that I'll be creating. This is a part of my healing journey. I will give a trigger warning before every video because some subjects are very, very, very tough. They're very emotional, very traumatic, and they're things that, I experienced personally. And some people might be like, why are you doing this? Why are you bringing your business social media? So a little bit about some of my business. I have been fighting PTSD and anxiety. And it's at its highest peak as of lately. A lot of things have triggered me. And until I get back into therapy, writing and documenting my process and my journey is the only thing that is healing to me. I can't talk to certain people about this, so because they don't understand it. So I'm documenting this and vlogging it because maybe there is somebody else who may need to hear it or who may has experienced it. I will hope not, but as of late, a lot of topics that have been discussed, I am learning that I'm not the only one. So it's just, this is a part of my healing journey. So if you would like to be here for the ride, I would greatly appreciate that. But if this is not your jam and you prefer some of my other videos, you can skip past this one, and I will respect that because I'm not for everybody. This is not for everybody, and I don't want to be for everybody. And I definitely don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. So, when you get to a certain point and you just feel like, hey, this isn't for me, I absolutely respect your decision. But this is just medicinal for me. So, let's get into it. Let me not talk any further. And let's get into some of the things that's on my heart and on my mind this week. So I will get into the first topic that triggered my PTSD. Matter of fact, I actually would just go down. We're in October, we're about to be in November. I will go down month by month of things that have happened. And let me pull out my other phone so I make sure I have everything down to a T. Hold on. Because I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to miss nothing. Okay. Oh, that outfit cute. Hold on. Love Mona Leo down. Okay. So I just want to make sure I don't miss anything, when I go down the list of how this year 2025 went for me. Because last week I had an episode on Threads. And I just did not want to be here no more. I did not want to be on this earth. And that's just where I was mentally. I was ready to check out. So, January 2025, Flight 5342. Those are my colleagues. I flew with 3 out of 4 other people involved in that plane crash. One of the flight attendants, I lived in a crash pad for my first year as a flight attendant ever. February 2025, I went viral for talking about my assault publicly on TikTok and Instagram. And in March 2025, I got called into investigation and then later terminated for going public about my assault, which nothing was done about. I went through several attorneys. I talked to the union rep, medical professionals, had a police report, had witnesses, everything, but my injuries were not severe enough. There will be a video that speaks to that. April 4th, wait, I went through January, February, March already? Okay, so yeah, okay. We had a good pace. April, I attempted to take my own life because I just was so overwhelmed with how everything was going. Like, I was dating this guy and he just ghosted me in the middle of all this stuff happening in my life with my job and everything, and me dealing with the legal stuff. May, I got a job at one of the most stressful places ever. June, I left that job for a remote job. And then July, I had like somewhat of a breather. I still was kind of getting behind in bills. Then August, I got let go from that remote job because I wasn't meeting my AHT. September, applied for unemployment and got denied because they want you to be required to have transportation and you can't be in school. You got to be solely committed to looking for a job. And now we're here in October, where I'm up for. Here in October, I am facing eviction. I'm behind in all bills. I have over 5 bans and bills due right now. I'm still waiting on a hearing for unemployment. Haven't had the hearing. Denied help from the crisis center because they want you to be having some type of income coming in, doing some type of work. Right now, the job market is not its best. So yeah, that's been 10 months of this year, and I've been feeling like life been tearing me everywhere but loose. So the first thing that triggered my PTSD was the assault, and then me coming out publicly about the assault, and then yeah. So when I was a kid, things were done to me as a child, and I was violated. I was violated twice. I was violated once by a babysitter's granddaughter, and then I was violated again later by a family member. I did tell my mom. I thought she handled it, and then next thing I know, like, we still going to family functions with this family member around, and yeah, like, it's like nothing ever happened. So I never felt comfortable around them. I never felt comfortable around their kids. I never felt comfortable going to their house. But with black families, it's just like, it is what it is. That type of stuff, it don't get talked about. So when fast forward to my assault, something happened to me. I reported it to the police. And then I find out later, months down the line, nothing's done. Nobody's investigating. Nothing's going to be done about it. And then when I speak out and, cry out for help, nothing is done in my defense. And then somebody who tells you they love you just automatically just disappear. You like start suffocating. It's like you suffocating. It's like, this happening again. Like, nobody's showing up for me again. I live in a whole nother state with no family, very little friends. The few friends I have are from aviation, and they're slowly backing up in their support. So yeah. And it's just like, you try to be that person in your bloodline or in your generation to break the curses and leave your hometown and stop. But yeah, you try to be that person to break all the curses attached to your bloodline by leaving your hometown and starting new, and you get into an awesome career, and for all that to just blow up, and it's like a rug is pulled from under you. And it's like, okay, that drew me to get in my spiritual bag, drew me closer to God. Like, I already had a relationship with God, but I had to deepen that relationship with God. I, discovered pruning and fasting and so many things that I couldn't do when I was flying, and, got focused in the school. So it's just like, yeah. But no. Now I'm in a season where God trying to sit me down because I've been in survival mode for I don't know how long. I don't know how long I've been in survival mode, but I've always been in that mindset of going. Always had to keep a job because I don't want to relive the thing I had to live through as a kid. My mom being evicted, us living in shelters, living in hotels, living with family and friends. Looked at as like a burden. It's just like, man, my mindset was always, you gotta change the story. You gotta change the narrative. You cannot be this. You cannot be that. But it's just like, you try to have a plan and God gonna show you something different. And I'm still trying to understand it. I'm still trying to process it. I'm still processing it. Yeah, very much still processing it. But that's all I'm gonna do this week. Again, this is just what's medicinal for me. Not doing it for sympathy, not doing it for people to feel bad for me. I know God's He gonna make a way. But when you struggle with PTSD and things that trigger you, sometimes that blocks out those positive thoughts. And it triggers, the PTSD triggers the anxiety, and it messes with your mind. But if He keep waking me up, it gotta work out some way. Thank you all for coming and watching all the way to the end. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'm going to do my best not to make these too long because it gets emotional. It gets overwhelming. For me. For me. And I don't want to get too anxious. But again, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. That I was new. See your face whenever